Hello and welcome to Gamezombie's Titanfall strategy video. I'm going to give you guys a few loadout and gameplay tips for the last Titan standing mode. Of course it all depends on your gameplay style, but what I found that works best is to use the Atlas Titan so you have a damage core, and then I also fit it with the electric smoke to help protect from pilots and slave warheads to help your missiles hit their targets since you'll be moving around a lot. I also use nuclear ejection to help eliminate close enemies when your Titan is doomed, and finally I use the auto eject so you are guaranteed to make it out of your Titan alive and you get a little extra protection with the auto cloak bonus. Gameplay wise, Last Titan Standing is a great game mode for organized team play and will be harder if you try to lone wolf every match, and in Last Titan Standing it doesn't really help your team. Now Titans are big and take up a lot of space, so if you're traveling in a group you should really be aware of your teammates around you so you don't end up intercepting their shots. I found that 2 groups of 3 worked very well. Also try not to pile the Titans in a small area, because if you do, it'll be very hard to move around and you will all be easy targets. You should also be really familiar with the map, as this will help prevent your Titans from getting stuck in small areas and possibly getting trapped. Finally, when you are working with your group, you need to try and be aware of all the enemy Titan blips on your radar so you can loop around and get a good ambush. When using the Atlas Titan, you have a damage core ability. What this does is gives your Titan a short-term damage boost when activated. This is especially useful when combined with the slave warheads because since they need a lock, they will usually have greater accuracy and will end up dealing out massive amounts of damage. Pilots without Titans can really be a pain, and they can turn a game around very quickly when played properly. When you eliminate a Titan, it is very easy to forget about or just completely lose a pilot that is ejected. This is where the auto cloak is useful with the auto ejectability, so always keep an eye out. Pilots are best used when an enemy is distracted by an allied Titan. At this point you can easily rodeo an enemy Titan and eliminate them very quickly, but be sure to look out for the electric smoke, which is great for eliminating a pilot threat. Nuclear ejection is very useful when your Titan is doomed. When doomed, you want to very quickly get in close to your enemy. This is really easy when using dash. Using this while partnered with the auto eject ability allows you to safely escape from your Titan and possibly get kills when your Titan reactor goes critical. This is great for turning a match around. Multiple times I've been able to eliminate 2 or even 3 enemy Titans with the explosion. It also helps when your opponent isn't paying attention and walks right into it.
Threats attacking. Damage core online. Damage core. Warning. Eject. Reactor overload. Eject.
As mentioned before, auto eject is great when partnered with nuclear ejection. You are guaranteed to escape from your Titan when doomed, and the auto cloak bonus gives you a little extra protection to avoid or sneak up on an enemy Titan. After auto eject, try to land on the nearest enemy Titan if they manage to avoid your Titan going critical. Knowing how to use the dash ability is extremely important. Mastering this is essential and will allow you to escape dangerous situations and will also allow you to completely avoid incoming fire. Dashing back into the side is great to avoid missiles and will let you retreat around corners without having to turn your back on the enemy and missing out on potential damage dealt. So to recap, you want to be aware of your teammates' positions so you don't block their shots. You also need to remember the damage core if you use the Atlas Titan, as combining this with your missiles allows you to deal massive amounts of damage. Auto eject is great to get away from a doomed Titan safely, but allows you to stay in the match and help your team even though you've lost your Titan. Finally, use dash to avoid incoming fire and get into cover. You also want to use dash to quickly close a gap between you and the enemy once your Titan is doomed, so you'd have the opportunity to deal a potentially large blow to the enemy team. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.
Warning. Multiple Titans engaging.
ground forces. The situation is under our control. Well done.